Everyone knows it's the biggest job you can do.
Masculinity without kind of aggression, a strength that just comes from a confidence, a freedom of spirit.
Hey guys, this is Michael Banovac, the Millionaire Date Doctor. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Monday Mastery. Today is Labor Day, and Labor Day is celebrated in the United States the first Monday of every September to kind of bow to the social and economic contributions of many of our workers throughout the nation that have done their part to make America such a great country. So thank you for that, and thank you for taking the time to appreciate their service. But even on a holiday, I still get messages and people asking me questions. So today, I wanted to bring up a question I actually got from Amy in Los Angeles. I think you'll like this question. What are a few things I can avoid so I don't fail while dating? Okay, so I call this the 4 horsemen of dating failure. These are 4 things that you need to avoid, 4 things to avoid in order to be successful while going out on a date. Number 1, and these are for the women listening in, including Amy, not loving men and therefore not being loved by men. What do I mean by that? Well, I think many of us, men and women included, have been hurt before. We've been let down before by the opposite sex. And I think it's really important that in order to date effectively, you have to go out and love men and women that you date. I think it's really important to have that love in your heart and not hold a chip on your shoulder. The second thing is hating dating. How many people out there hate to date? I used to be that way, and I think a lot of people probably suffer from that. They prefer to be in a relationship, but in order to be in a successful relationship, you have to be very effective when you date. And we get back, I'll reveal the last 2 of the 4 horsemen of dating failure. Do not go away.
Just every boy's on paradise. I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic? Taste of the Sam on a ride. You're toxic. I'm slipping under with the taste of your boy's on paradise. I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic? Taste you're toxic. Some under with the taste of your boy's on paradise. I'm addicted, you don't know, no toxic. You're toxic, some sound with taste of your voice, paradise. I'm addicted to you, don't you know that you're toxic? I'm slipping under with the taste of your voice on paradise. I'm addicted to you, don't you know that you're toxic?
Welcome back to Monday Mastery. Before we left for break, I talked about the first 2 horsemen of the 4 for dating failure. Number 1 is you have to love men in order to be loved by them. Number 2, you cannot be a hater-dater. You cannot hate to date if you want to date effectively. So you have to have that zest to go out there and meet people. And then the last 2, the 3rd horseman, is incongruent expectations. I think that is so important. So many men and women go out on dates and they have incongruent expectations. You have to know very quickly when you go out with someone, what are their expectations? Do they mirror my own? Understand that in order to be successful in dating. And then the last thing, the last horseman, I should say, of the 4 is putting importance on the unimportant. So many men and women put importance on things that don't matter. Oh, I don't like the way he dresses. I don't like how tall she is. I don't like what kind of car he drives. Who gives a shit, in all honesty? There are some things that are non-negotiable. I totally understand that. But more importantly, Put importance on things that truly, truly matter in your life, and you will have far more success in dating. So the 4 horsemen for dating failure are the following. Amy, if you're listening, and other women listening, and men, because obviously men listen to this too. If you want to be loved by the opposite sex, you must love the opposite sex. Number 2, don't be a hater-dater. Do not hate to date if you want to date effectively. Number 3, don't have incongruent expectations. Know what you want. And number 4, do not put importance on the unimportant. I think if you implement those 4 horsemen of dating failure and you avoid them at all costs, you will be a dating champion. Here's to next time. Hope you guys have a wonderful Labor Day, and I look forward to talking to you next Monday. Take care.